So, red button or blue button seems to be quite the trendy thing to be talking about these days online. And I had a friend who kind of obsessively brought it up to me, and he was very kind of worked up and attached to it pretty heavily. And I honestly didn't really give a shit, but I came across it naturally in the wild. I was reading some post on Reddit. On Cloud, the subreddit for Claude AI, and I just happened to see that there, and so I was like, whatever, I'll click on it. I was eating dinner, and it was entertaining to say the least, the discussion that was taking place there. For those of you who don't know, there's this question out, and there's two buttons, and you somehow, in some way, for some reason, by someone, it's not explained, none of this is explained, it just says there's a red button and a blue button. And if you choose the red button, you survive no matter what. If you choose the blue button, but less than 50% of the people on the world press the blue button, everybody who presses the blue button dies. But if more than 50% of the population presses the blue button, everyone lives. But again, if you hit the red button, no matter what, you survive. And it's assuming that literally everybody, if you were a baby or you are on your deathbed as an old person, you have to press the button, which it's dumb. It's just a very stupid question. And I think that it's performative no matter what you choose to do. Because, there's people who choose the red, and the red makes the most sense. It's just, if you press this button, nothing happens to you. But a lot of people go out of their way to try to seem to explain to you that they press the blue button. One side's just like, this is dumb. I'm going to hit the red one because if everybody hit the red one, no one would die. And the blue is just like, you're a piece of shit for hitting the red button. You have to hit the blue so that the people who aren't capable of making a good decision don't die. But I'm sitting here thinking, like, what about the third option of not pressing a button? It's not stated what happens or doesn't happen. And I feel it's crazy for me even entertaining this, but I thought it'd be neat to talk about. Because I'm sure there's so many fucking other people throwing their 2 cents out there on it. But I'm like, I got some questions for this. It's like, who is forcing everybody to press this button? How is it being how is it being, what's the authority behind it? What are they doing to force us to press the button? Do we have to go someplace, register ourselves, and then officially log the button press? Is this some sort of intangible, eldritch omnipresence that's just beaming it psychically into our minds that holds us hostage until we decide? Or is there just a dude that shows up to your house with a gun and he just says you have to choose or I'm going to blow your brains out? It's not stated. And it's like, okay, so let's entertain the notion that people are dumb enough, which, I mean, I guess people are pretty dumb, but people actually go through with it and are forced in some capacity, in some way, without resisting in any way, shape, or form, without thinking about, maybe this isn't a good idea, or who's this asshole trying to make me press this fucking button? Let's say that it all goes off. Everybody presses one of the two buttons. And then less than 50% of the people on the planet don't hit the blue button, so they are all slotted for extermination. Who does the exterminating? How does the exterminating? Why is the exterminating? Is this like a Thanos situation? Does everybody just vanish into thin air and just cease to exist? Or is this like a purge situation? Is this like a grand Thunderdome type of situation where it's just like they get pumped full of berserker drugs and thrown into a giant Thunderdome arena with weapons everywhere, and that it's just last man standing? Or I guess, and then somebody shoots that last person. I don't know. Or Does it fall upon the heads or the shoulders of the people who press the red button, who may have unwittingly signed some sort of forbidden eldritch contract that would force them or see them transmuted into some sort of killing machine that would be programmed to specifically go after blue button pushers, and that it would just be this epic of, you know, kind of like the Terminator, where the last remnants of fucking blue button pressures have to survive in these enclaves deep underground all over the planet until one day the last red killing machine, you know, fades and its battery dies and the survivors walk again on the surface world. You know, like, what the fuck? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not pressing no fucking button. And I think that it's what I see, and I realize the irony of what I'm saying here. But it's just all performative on both sides. It's just one side is just being insufferable about it. The blue button pushers care more about people knowing that they pressed the blue button than anything else, because it's always very easy to say, you know, I'm doing this for a good cause, but you risk nothing. So it's just you being a fucking, you're just virtue signaling. You're just the usual suspect. You just go out of your way, whatever psychological fucking thing you got going on, where you just have to broadcast to everybody that you are a good person, when really it's probably just, you're just vacuous. There's probably just nothing there. Or you're so fucked up and confused, or, you know, about who you are and what is good and what is bad, that, you know, I don't know. I don't understand it. It's like a mental illness to go around and virtue signal so much. It's like being in a cult. It's creepy. And then you got guys on or people on the red button side who, you know, it's performative, but it's just performative in its own way. It's just different. It's just like, you guys are dumb for pressing the blue button, and everybody's dumb, and I'm just going to press the red button because I don't give a fuck. You know, there's not, I guess it's less performative and just more, I don't know what you'd call it, just being an asshole. But yeah, I just thought that it would be entertaining to entertain the what if, you know, the third option that nobody else is talking about that I can see. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Goodbye.